Hello and welcome to presentation of the chapter 17 by title of Preventing Burnout on Your Team by Siavash Kazemi. So burnout. Burnout can encounter poor performance. Burnout is debatable state of work-related stress and common danger for your best employees. Usually, the burnout can turn your excellent employee to the poor performance and make your A quality employee to the B quality and make the B quality students or employee to the C quality. Burnout going through the different motions and failing to meet expectation. There are usually three symptoms of the burnout: exhaustion, which is usually include the physical, cognitive, and emotional fatigue; cynicism, which is erosion of engagement, way of distancing oneself psychologically from one's work; and finally inefficacy, which is a sense of incompetence and a lack of achievement and productivity in a workplace. So burnout can easily reduce the quality of your. There are various signals for burnout. For example, tiredness. Employee can be very tired, or they have a lack of focus and lack of focusing on their current work. Expression of anger or hopelessness is another signal of the burnout in your workplace, and lower job performance and satisfaction as a result of the burnout as well. Another signal of burnout is dwindling the commitment to the organization. Usually this type of employment is preferred to do something different. So as a good supervisor, you must be focused on this signal of burnout. There are various causes of the burnout. Usually the work overload and extreme job demands can cause to the burnout. This means that the extreme job demands, sometimes when people are given more work than can be responsibility accomplished even in a 60 hours workload. Another one is streamline the staffing level, which means that when an individual is responsible for more work than one person can sustainably do. So you have to try, because these are cause of the burnout. Another cause of burnout is the expectation of the constant connectivity. This is a very common, because when people even feel pressure to work remotely, this can be, especially by phone or email, easily affect the working hours with a little downtime. So even if you are after work back home, you still have to be responsible for an email, which causes your burnout on the employee. The inability to avoid low value added means that usually the employee only stick to the monotonous tasks, such as a paperwork or unnecessary meeting. These simple things also can cause a burnout for your employee. And finally, having too many projects to work on simultaneously in the same time means that creates the interruptions and distractions, because most people ability to focus on prioritizing among the project can cause this having too many projects when they're having. And last but not least, high demands with low control on conflicting the demands means that, for example, you ask your employee to think big and be creative, but don't make any mistake. That's one of the examples. That's a high demand with low control of demands and tasks when you apply to your employee. So after focusing on a common cause of the burnout, now we want to see how we can help our team to avoid burnout in their daily work. First of all, you have to regularly monitor your workload, and especially for your top performance. Always check for overload work, especially with meet your direct response regularly. Try to find out, see if you are showing any of them showing any indication of that maybe overwork. Then if someone shows those symptoms we just discussed in the previous slides, look their job description and their list of current tasks. They may be juggling too many projects at once, so try to help them focus on doing one thing at a time by defining clear priorities to deliver well and ensuring that the milestones don't overlap to each other. Second things, rain and exclusive time demands means that you try to, many of us work in environments where we are expecting to be accessible all hours, even when we are on vacation. So everyone needs rest and recovery time. This is very important you understand. And no one can sustain working all day in the evening and over the weekend. So if people are available 24 by 7, they have no time to recharge. That's a big problem. So when the expectation of the occasion is the deadline, product launch or emergency, don't request any of your employee to do more work than can be reasonably accomplished during the standing work week. Set some boundaries, for example, demands that no emails are sent after 8 p.m. or on weekends. Purposefully build in breaks. This means that if you treat every day like a crisis and employees are chronically overworked, they won't have the energy, mental focus, resilience, or time to respond effectively if and when an actual crisis hits. This is an important part when you purposely build a break for them. Encourage your team to take breaks from a simple lunch break to the finally using their saved vacation time. So identify a slow time in your work, depends on your industry that different. So from the simple lunch break to finally using, and you can take a break, whether it's a short break during a day and evening of during the crunch period or on a vacation. When individuals do take time off, build an enough teamwork and overlapping responsibility to allow them to truly disconnect without the need to employee to check their inbox for updates. Another way you can help your team to avoid burnout is allow for flexibility. It's not the number of hours work, but the quality of work that really matters. Instead of think about that the time someone spends on their desk, help your employees design a schedule that allow them to be more productive when they are working. For example, some people are work best in 90 minutes periods followed by 10 minutes break, while other folks may thrive the promoter techniques of 25 minutes increment of works with 5-minute breaks. So people are different, so be flexible with them. Also consider the balance of priorities your employees have, not just in office, but at their home too. And another aspect you can help your team to avoid burnout is provide variety. So means that people periodically need new challenges to stay motivated and committed. So vary your employees' task and responsibility from time to time. Doing so will help your employee avoid burnout by shifting their afternoon to fresh, exciting opportunity rather than feeling like they are in the same monotonous rut. There are some examples. For example, you can give the person in your department responsibility for leading a team based on a project for the next 6 months. After that time period, rotate the task to someone else and provide the variety for your team. These are basic tips can help you to avoid your team's burnout. And finally, thank you very much for watching this video.